It is the Thursday night, Friday night special. Is that what we're calling it? The
Yeah, we'll
Thursday
call it
night,
a
Friday night.
special.
It's a special, just a short little episode to break down Thursday night football and some of the college games going on. We'll get right into it. Thursday night football, the Colts head to the Broncos. Broncos are 3.5-point favorites. Over under is 43.5. Some important news to keep in mind that Jonathan Taylor will not play. That was announced midday today that he will be out. Douglas, why don't you go ahead and kick it off? Let the people know your pick.
Okay, so for starters, I will be taking the Colts +3.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I'll take the points. I actually like the money line too. I think that they're going to go in there and get a much needed win.
Yeah.
Apparently the Colts GM or owner, sorry, the owner, cannot remember his name, but I read something yesterday. He is growing very frustrated with the general manager and what's his face? Jesus, my brain.
Ballard, the GM.
Yes, he's getting very frustrated with the GM and the coach and said that they are both on the hot seat as of now. So this is going to be a must-needed win. I know Taylor's not playing, but Denver is without Randy Gregory and Javonte Williams, who's a very pivotal part of their offense, seeing that all they do is run play-action dump-offs to the running backs. Melvin Gordon's way past his prime. They got that Boone guy is the third string. I think his last name's Boone. So I like the Colts here to cover and probably win outright.
I will also be taking the Colts +3.5. I like it even without Taylor. I think Nyheim Hines is good enough to go in there and play well enough for the Colts. Like you said, I love that Frank Reich and Chris Ballard are under pressure from Irsay.
I do too.
I think it was Peter King, who writes for NBC, was talking like he has some inside information. Like if they don't win this game, there's a good chance that they're out of town before the next one. So
yeah.
Colts, I think Broncos are 2-2. Colts are 1-2-1. Colts, they have to be hungrier in this game. They have to be.
Yep.
I think what are they? 2 games behind Jacksonville, and they might. No, I think they're only a game behind.
Game and a half. They have a tie, I think.
Yeah. So like they need, if they want to get back on track with the division, they need every win right now they can get. And lastly, just trust your eyes, people. I mean, you have to know by now that this Broncos team is not good.
Yep.
Besides Judy and Sutton right now, that there's no really redeeming qualities of this team. I think Bradley Chubb is a highly overrated player.
Yep.
I like their corners, Roby and Surtain, but besides those really like 4 players, Judy, Sutton, Roby, and Surtain, I don't really like much about this team. So I'll be taking the Colts +3.5. Moving on to Thursday night props. Douglas, why don't you give us your first one?
Yeah, my first prop, probably my favorite prop out of any of them. I'll be taking Nyheim Hines anytime touchdown scorer. Yep. I know taking touchdowns are so risky because, player props in general, let me preface by saying, are very risky. You could bang a knee and be out for the game. You could get a concussion and then the prop and the whole bet's dead if you parlay it. That being said, Hines has showed flashes this year with Taylor that he's that guy. Like, and he's so pivotal in their passing offense, especially. So I love him here. He's going to have multiple opportunities to get into the end zone. No Taylor there. He's going to get probably the, goal line carries, I would think. Look for little swing passes, things of that nature. They're going to have to be crafty and do a couple of things. And he's the guy you want to do some maybe trickery with. He's very fast. He's shifty. So I love Hines to score a touchdown as my first play here.
My first prop is going to be Russell Wilson under 232 passing yards in the game. Colts allow 207 passing yards per game. I think that's like 4th in the NFL. Wilson is averaging just 240 passing yards a game. If you trust math, I don't know if you trust math.
To an extent, I do.
If you add both those numbers and divide them by 2, it's 226. So I like that you get a little 7-yard cushion right there. But also the Colts don't have to worry about Javonte Williams, which is a big reason why I'm taking this. Yep. So that should take a lot of pressure off the run game defense. They focus more on shutting down Russell Wilson now.
Yep.
And then let him run the ball, and you're fine on this prop. So
yep.
let Melvin Gordon have a big day. Wilson will be under, but no, I love Wilson. I don't like this offense to begin with,
I
and
don't either.
against this pass defense, I like it. I like this prop even more. So Russell Wilson under 232.5 passing yards.
My next prop is going to be Matty Ice over 225 passing yards, alternate. That is not what his over under is set at. I'm not exactly sure. It's a little higher than that. I know it's not much higher, but I don't ever feel comfortable taking the over under like specifically on what it's set. Like if it's 238.5, I don't like that. Just I alt it to something I feel comfortable with. A lot of people wouldn't guess this. I looked at the top 5 leaders in passing yards today. Matt Ryan's number 4.
Well, they've been behind a lot.
They have exactly.
So he's been throwing.
I think they're going to have to throw this game too without Jonathan Taylor to get the run possibly going. I love Hines to score. I think he's going to be involved heavily in the passing game. So I'll be taking Matt Ryan here over 225 passing yards alternate.
Well, I like that because that leads into my second prop, and hopefully Ryan can help my guy hit it. I'm taking Paris Campbell over 20.5 receiving yards. Campbell's averaging 22.5 receiving yards per game. Being a number 2 or even 3 receiver, Campbell, I'm not going to see a lot of Pat Surtain, which is usually their lockdown corner, the guy who I would fear the most in a matchup.
Yep.
And the Colts, like I said in my first prop, the Colts are probably going to need to throw the ball more. Just like the Broncos in my first prop, the Colts are going to have to throw the ball more to take the load off of Nyheim Hines. Nyheim Hines isn't a running back that's going to be able to go out there and run the ball 25 times.
Yeah.
You're going to have to throw a lot. Campbell had 4 targets and 4 receptions last week. I expect that to increase after a good week, maybe more 6, maybe 7 targets. I think he's a player who might be a little underutilized in that offense.
He is.
I get Pittman's great, and you got to give Taylor his due, and Nyheim Hines even should touch the ball, even if Taylor's in there. But this guy is electric when he has the ball in his hands, and they need to get him the ball more. So I like him to probably get around 6 targets, and if he gets 6 targets, I love him to get over 20.5 receiving yards. Should be easy. So those were the Thursday night props. I had Russell Wilson under 232.5 passing yards, and Paris Campbell over 20.5 receiving yards.
Okay. The 2 I took, Nyheim Hines anytime touchdown, and Matty Ice over 225 passing yards, which is an alternate.
Awesome. All right, moving on. We're going to wrap this thing up with some college picks. I have 2 more college plays, and they are on Friday night. Houston and Memphis. I'm taking the over 57.5, and I'm taking Memphis -3. Houston has not been good this year. They have a lot of things going wrong in that program. I think Holgerson's on his way out. I think Houston will be another team that's looking for a new head coach, especially when they're going to be moving into the Big 12. They cannot go in there with institutional issues.
Yeah.
Like you have to go in like JMU. We saw JMU take that leap from the FCS to the FBS. The reason they were able to do that and be successful at it is because they have a great head coach, great leadership, a great program. Houston's program right now is shaky. Just two weeks ago against Kansas, there were players on Houston's sideline fighting.
Yeah, last Friday they just blew a lead to Tulane. They should have won the game, went to overtime, and lost
against the 3rd-string quarterback.
Yeah,
they have a lot of issues right now in Houston, and I think Holgerson's on his way out. But with that being said, I like Clayton Tune and this offense. I think they can put up enough points to help this over. And I'm also taking Memphis -3. I think Memphis is a very good team. They are in the driver's seat of the American Conference. I think they're able to get it done. I love this Memphis team. I love their quarterback, Seth Hennigan. He's just a sophomore, but he's very, very good. Just some stats for the over. Houston ranks 116th in scoring defense. They allow 34 points a game. Memphis ranks 44th in scoring offense. 7 of the last 8 matchups between Houston and Memphis have gone over 60 points.
Wow.
It is going to be 76 and sunny. That's pretty much perfect weather on Friday night in Memphis. Love the over, and I'm also taking Memphis -3. I like that. I love the over. Those are my college plays.
I like it. It is a shame for you guys that are going to be seeing this as Central Florida is playing SMU. I have SMU +3 as one of my plays. Look, UCF is 26th in total defense. That's one thing I looked at. But then when I dove deeper into this game, as I was looking at the play, SMU's got the 6th ranked passing attack in the country.
So Tanner Mordecai can sling it, man.
Yeah, so I'll take that over. I don't care if you're top 20 or not. If you could throw the football, good defense will not beat great passing offense, in my book at least.
Not in college football.
Not in college. They're also 9th in total offense. So they're top 10 in just total offense. UCF's not a bad school. They're 16th in total offense. I just like SMU getting the points here. It's just give me the 3 points there. My next play, Nebraska -3 versus Rutgers. Look, I know this ain't a popular play. Both of these teams aren't really that great. The Rutgers are 106th in total offense. Nebraska's 49th. I mean, that's stratospheres of a difference, even though both teams stink here. I'm just putting my faith into one team. I watched the Rutgers play this year. I watched Nebraska play this year. One team is visibly worse than the other. The Rutgers are bad. They are very, very bad.
You say the Rutgers?
Yes. Why?
It's just Rutgers.
Yeah, the Rutgers suck.
Why do you say the Rutgers?
I don't know. I just used the. They suck.
The Rutgers.
Yeah, they suck. I'll be taking the.
So it's like the Pitt.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so the Alabama.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, no. Nebraska -3 here is, I think, pretty easy. I think they probably win by close to double digits.
I think they could get up in Piscataway for that one. That's a Friday night game.
I get it. Hey, I get it. They need to be up for it because they stink.
Didn't they just get crushed by Ohio State too? Rutgers?
2 weeks ago, I think.
2 weeks ago. But did they play anyone last week? I don't know if they played last week.
I think they had a off week.
Yeah, so I'm coming off an off week.
Yeah, that makes me think they're going to come in low because all they did was get hammered and say, we hate it here. We suck.
Yeah. Well, if you want to be able to transfer, you got to play good.
Last play. Oh boy, I can't wait for you to hear this one. I will be taking Nevada -3 versus Colorado State.
Colorado State's horrible.
Yeah, but so is Nevada. They're both.
Yeah, but I think that's a Nevada, like the players that are in Nevada. You do know the coaching situation and what happened?
No.
The coach at Colorado State left Nevada for Colorado State.
I did not know that.
And Colorado State's not good. I know Nevada's not great either, but Colorado State, Nevada, if you're going to get up for a game, you're going to get up for the coach that left you.
Let me preface by saying this game, wow, what a shit show. I mean, it's
not good. Colorado State's really bad. They lost to Sacramento State, right?
Yeah.
At home.
Yep. They rank dead last, 131 out of 131 in total offense. They are dead last in the FBS. Nevada's 123. They're not far behind. I mean, they're pretty bad themselves. Total defense, Colorado State's 103, Nevada's 105. I mean,
what's the over under?
I'm not sure what the over under is. Let me find it here. I have it up.
If it's under
44.5.
I was about to say 45. I might be around worth taking an under. I could see that happen. I can see both those offense stinking.
That's the only other play I really care for too. I think Nevada's just going to beat them. Colorado State, like my dad and I say this, I've told this to you before, and you follow the same like criteria kind of. There's like 7 teams that are just, you fade them all the time.
Yeah.
UMass, Hawaii, UConn, Colorado State. Honestly, Colorado sucks just as much probably.
Yeah, they're very bad.
New Mexico State is one of them. Like, these teams just aren't good. I fade them every week. And usually that's how my betting record's not complete dog water anymore because I'm fading these guys. So I'll be fading Colorado State again. Nevada's usually one of those teams as well, though. So if I lose here, it's like, you kind of shot yourself in the foot just by picking it at all. But yeah, I'll take Nevada -3.5 versus Colorado State.
Awesome. All right. That was the Thursday night, Friday night special. We got some NFL picks, some props, and then some college picks before the weekend. We will be back with episode 12 a little later in the week, and we will get you guys right some good picks for the weekend. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go see episode 12 on the channel.
Thank you guys.